New VR games. Well, it's time to dive into 10 VR games that I can't wait to play on the PSVR 2. Now, I know the PSVR 2 has had a bit of a rough ride over the last couple of months with some really bad games dropping on it, but things are about to change, and here are 10 titles that I think will justify you still owning your PSVR 2 and give you something to look forward to in the near future. Diving right in, we have Resident Evil 4. This is a very exciting time. That was a strange way to express that, but it happened. Resident Evil 4 is going to be a full port of Resident Evil 4 with its high fidelity graphics and its honestly gorgeous environments. You're going to be able to dive through this in tantalizingly terrifying horror and, well, probably need to change your pants a few times because it's kind of a terrifying game at points. But nonetheless, this is a fan favorite being reimagined into virtual reality so that we can all dive into it and enjoy it to its fullest potential on the PSVR 2. This is one to truly keep your eyes out for because I think it's going to be one of those definitive moments for us on the PSVR 2. Next up, we have Wanderer. This is yet another reimagining of a game that already exists, but this has a bit of a twist to it in the sense that the development team are actually working incredibly hard to make this something incredibly unique. Now, I don't know how this is going to work if you own the original game or not. Will it be a free upgrade? I guess time will tell, but what I do know is this game is looking really cool. Now, they have redone all of the environments in this game. They've also given you full bodies to each of the characters, making this truly feel like a really new next-gen experience. On top of that, the story's been reworked to work a lot better and be really a little more seamless. As I know personally from playing the first one, some parts are very disjointed and all of that stuff is now, well, it's going to be figured out. Guys, it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to this. If you want to time travel through time, because that's what time travel is, then you'll be able to in this game. ARASHI Castle of Sin. If you want to dive in and become an actual freaking ninja, throwing ninja stars, using your pet dog, yes that's right, your pet dog, to go and attack people, as well as being a stealthy boy, hiding up in the eaves of a building and destroying people from a high, well, you now can in ARASHI Castle of Sin. This is going to be dropping very soon. In fact, I cannot wait for this. If you're interested, I have already covered this video. Well, covered this video? No. I've already covered this game in a previous video in its entirety, as I actually got to try this at Gamescom, so go check out that video if you're interested. It's on the channel, or I'll make it pop up on the screen right now. Arizona Sunshine 2, the follow-up from Arizona Sunshine 1, funnily enough. This game is looking like the zombie apocalypse game that we've all been waiting for. Honestly, Vertigo Games never fails to deliver on their games. I mean, look, after the fall, I've got hundreds of hours in that game, and Arizona Sunshine 1, equally hundreds of hours in it across multiple platforms. Honestly, this game is just looking like everything I've been waiting for, and I'm so excited to be able to dive back into it very soon. In this, you're going to be carrying on with the same old character, except for this time around you've got a pet dog, son, which is super cool. Honestly, this game looks like it's going to have that feel of like a Dead Island, but in virtual reality, so I cannot wait to tell you more about this game very soon. Keep your eyes peeled on the channel because I may have something very exciting for you soon. Justice Vampire Masquerade. I am so excited for this. Now, I've had the chance to actually play this for myself on Quest, but it is coming to PSVR 2 as well, with that much higher fidelity graphics, really giving you PSVR 2 players what you deserve, which is high-end VR. Now, in this game, you're going to be diving around as a vampire, hiding in the shadows in essentially what feels like a very Saints and Sinners-esque world that you're going to be diving into. It really just works. Honestly, my experience in this game gave me so much faith that this is going to be a dope game with plenty, and I mean plenty, of story time to be playing in there, as well as a ton of different ways to explore it and play it for yourself. You get a bunch of different abilities, bunch of different things you can do in there. This is going to be one of those time drain games that gives you enough to experience out of the money you're going to put into it. So keep your eyes peeled for this bad boy because it's coming in a not too distant future and it's going to be a good one. Ghostbusters Rise of the Ghost Lord. Well, this is dropping on PSVR 2 as well as it is on Quest. So yeah, this is good times, man. I didn't know this was going to be happening, but now we do, as it's going to have things like eye tracking built into it, which is so cool for the social side of things. Finally, we're going to utilize some of that technology into a multiplayer game, as well as the fact that you're going to be becoming an honorary Ghostbuster, getting out there with up to 3 other friends, busting some ghosts, because we all know busting makes me feel good. Now, still yet to decide whether this game is going to be awesome or not. I've seen that there has been some gameplay out there on the internet, but I've yet to watch it myself yet, as I don't want to be spoiled up until I get my own personal hands on it. Now, I'm very excited about this as it's from Endreams, but of course, we'll only really know if this is any good by the time we actually get our hands on it. Multiplayer, always good times, but can the game make me want to come back? That's the real answer, and the real question. Behemoth. Now this is the game that I am truly looking for. This is like Shadow of Colossus in VR looking virtual reality game. Oh my god, it looks so damn good, with grappling hooks, swords, and coming from a studio like Skydance, who brought us Saints and Sinners. You know, honestly, if there's a studio that's proved themselves, wow. I mean, as you will have seen with most of the games on this list, these studios are the ones that are really producing chef kiss games, and honestly this looks like it's going to be that for me as well. I'm so excited to find out some more information about this. It has been a little bit quiet on the Behemoth front, but it isn't due to come out, I don't think, even this year, so we're going to get pretty close to it coming soon, but it's not like right now kind of soon, although I wish it was, because this game just looks dope. If you want to jump into an open world adventure and fight giant colossal creatures as well as what looks like terrifying enemies, then you definitely can in this game, and it's gonna be one that we all get excited about. I can just feel it in my blood. It's a banger just waiting to happen. So Behemoth, give us some more news. Let us see some gameplay footage. Rhys is asking nicely. Come on. Next up is Foglands. This game is a roguelike shooter and it looks freaking dope. It's got a very, very unique style to this game, kind of Borderland-esque, and I kind of like the way that it looks. You're going to dive in, die and repeat, I'm sure many, many times over. Hopefully this is going to be able to grab our attention long enough to keep you wanting to go back in and grind, but the characters look very interesting and the story seems pretty cool too, as well as the weaponry and the enemy types that you're going to be going up against. Foglands is pretty high up on my list of excitement factors. I can't wait to learn just a bit more about this game, because I feel right now it's a little bit mysterious in the sense that there's not a bunch of information on this, but I do know that it's coming in the not too distant future, so definitely be excited about this one. If you like your roguelites like I do, then you're definitely going to enjoy this game, I'm sure. And man, I just want to dive into this game. I like a good roguelite, and Foglands just has that appeal to it that's drawing me in, and I don't even know what it's all about yet, but we'll learn more in time. Journey to the Foundation. Well, this is Journey to the Foundation. This is looking like a really, really interesting story-driven game that is based on the novels, and honestly, I'm just excited to jump into something this heavily story-driven. Now, we don't have a lot of games like this, funnily enough, in virtual reality, where you really get to go just dive into a universe that already exists in novels or anything else. But not just that, but also just a very story driven experience that's going to take you through a bunch of different things and a bunch of different scenarios. Now, what your choices are that you make in this game are going to make a bit of a difference, and honestly, you're going to shape your own adventure within this game. So it's exciting to be able to jump into something like this and really make it your own adventure and your own experience. This game just looks cool. I can't wait to dive into it and learn a little bit more about it, but we'll find out in time, I guess. Either way, Journey to the Foundation is going to be coming your way very soon. Last but by no means least, we have Vertigo 2 that's coming to the PSVR 2. Now, this game dropped on PC VR only this year, and wow, did it make an impact, because Vertigo is an amazing game. Now, the fact that Vertigo 2 is coming to the PSVR 2 is very, very exciting news. This has got a ton to do in it. This is very much like a Bone Labs experience in the fact that it's very, very physics-based, and you get in there with a plethora of weapons, a bunch of different enemies, and a really uniquely weird, wacky, and wild story that's going to keep you locked in as you go through the entirety of this game. Now, I'm personally very excited for this because I feel like this is the game that we be needing this game on the PSVR 2, because it's going to keep us players busy for a hot minute. That's going to do it for today, guys and girls. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you've got excited about any of these games, let me know in the comments down below, and if I've missed any games that you're truly excited about, please let me know in the comments down below, because it might help me in the future make another video like this where I talk about some games that you're excited for and not just me. So thank you so much for watching. Smash like, subscribe, peace out, goodbye.